You ever had somebody that wanted to value your time, but they wanted to dim your light in the same process because they had controlling issues? They was a narcissist within being a narcissist, but they wore a mask for so long, you didn't see it right in front of you. Everybody pointing a finger at you. How can you possibly not see it? It'd be the thought process of me. When not everybody's on the same vibrational frequency, and I say that respectfully, so sometimes you wouldn't see within seeing of what's going on within going on and show for yourself today. When someone took your kindness for weakness, to play you close to psyche about your thought process, learning your freedom, your pockets, or your eyesight. One-sided communication. When you actually was in tune with someone, but they was only portraying you to be somebody that they wasn't. To play you close, to manipulate your character. They had third-party conversations about you because you didn't have the proper self-awareness to realize at the end of the day, someone was willing to dim your light. Someone was willing to dim your light. It's sad to say that it was your own folks. Sad to say it was a person that you allowed to come into your inner circle at the end of the day. Your sanctuary, your peace. Something you're supposed to protect. But coming out your comfort zone, wow, you dimmed your light before you knew it. Not realizing at the end of the day who you was entertaining. Only to reevaluate your thought process and be patient with yourself and say, you know what? I need to have proper self-awareness today to understand at the end of the day. When something is uncomfortable with them being uncomfortable, someone having controlling issues, being the narcissist, hate in disguise, as they continue to multiply and they project negative energy on you to play you close, wow. And you just trying to stay in your own lane, elevate, and become your best self-vision of yourself regardless of what trauma was endured within you from a child point of view going into your adulthood. They was trying to dim your light. Someone willing to say they were willing to value your time in the most healthiest way. But how? When they don't know how to show for themselves in the most healthiest way. They play you close. They so motivated by you, inspired by you. Because you chose yourself to overcome the pain and the trauma. But they try to dim your light because they didn't know how to value your time. They said they wanted to value your time, but they didn't know how to value your time. They didn't even know how to value their time in the most healthiest way. All they knew was toxic behavior and trauma and pain. And allowed their pain and trauma to be projected on an innocent person who isn't deserving that extra pain of someone's pain when they got their own pain. It be the thought process of me. Hater, hater, hater in disguise, hater, hater in disguise. They keep multiplying. When you're just trying to stay in your lane. They keep trying to dim your light. They don't understand how did you overcome the trauma and the pain from a child point of view. Being sexually assaulted. Trauma went into your adulthood. Dysfunctional folks. Wow. Violence. Domestic violence. Trauma on top of trauma. You put a name to your book when your trauma started. It be the thought process of me. There are better days ahead, but you got to believe within being a believer that you are a believer within. To not allow someone to dim your light and choosing your best self-vision of yourself when it comes to healing. That there is a way out in the most healthiest way. Never allow someone to dim your light because they said that you're not worthy of yourself. Never allow someone to dim your light because they said that you're not worthy of yourself. Or to give up on yourself. Let alone you don't matter. Why don't you matter? A projection being projected on you by a hate in disguise who doesn't love themselves, let alone respect themselves to respect you. When you put the positive, good energy that you have within you and keep it to yourself and elevate and respect yourself to still respect your neighbor with no malicious intention to bring harm towards yourself or your neighbor. But choosing your best self-vision of yourself, not to exchange toxic words within toxic words because you know how it feels to be a believer. To overcoming trauma and pain that was endured within you. It doesn't show up here today. They try to dim your light because they saw that your growth was within your growth and you chose your best self-vision of your growth to go within and do the healing. And understanding trauma and healing is not easy, but being mentally ready to do the healing within that. Choose your best self-vision of yourself. That you matter, you are worthy to choose your best self vision of yourself. Yeah, they gave up on you, they overlooked you. But don't allow someone to dim your light because of a temporary situation, let alone they wasn't part of your journey. When you chose your best self vision of yourself, allowing yourself to dim your light, you wouldn't have been able to see that. But you saw yourself today because you became a believer, not to dim your light. You matter, you are worthy. Protect your energy because not everybody's serving your time. You know, never allow someone to dim your light because of a projection that they're trying to display on you at the end of the day when you're just trying to show for yourself in the most healthiest way and not go against yourself or your neighbor at the end of the day. Regardless to what pain and trauma was endured within you. When you don't have to sit here and fake gaslight nobody to tune into yourself in the most healthiest way and to look at your reflection of yourself and your mirror and say to yourself is I acknowledge myself in the most healthiest way and I love myself to respect myself, to respect my neighbor without having malicious intentions, especially an innocent person. It be the thought process of me. Bully, 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 leave me alone. Bully, 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 leave me alone. It be the thought process of me. How bullies nowadays don't matter how old they are. A bully's a bully, right? It be the thought process for me. But then when the bully bothers an innocent person, it be the thought process of me, like, bully, bully, why you just can't stay in your lane, bully, bully? It be the thought process of me, like, hey, bully, 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 stay in your lane. Bully, 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 stay in your lane. Oh, I see you, bully, 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 hate in disguise, hate in disguise. It be the thought process for me, you hate in disguise. Let alone, you got so much energy within energy to project that negative energy on an innocent person who isn't deserving of that unhealthy exchange. And you're shortchanging yourself because you just shortchange yourself by displaying that energy. And then to have malicious intentions towards your neighbor, that energy hit different. Stop the violence. And I say that respectfully. Hate in disguise, hate in disguise. They keep multiplying. Choose your best self vision of yourself because you matter. When it starts with trauma healing, it would never be an overnight process. But you gotta mean what you say and say what you mean. Be real with yourself to show for yourself in the most healthiest way. Because you matter, you are worthy. Protect your energy because not everybody's serving your time. Just because they gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because they overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. Never allow someone to dim your light from a temporary situation. Never allow someone to allow you to dim your light because they don't see your worth and you matter. Love yourself, regardless of protection, you matter. Never allow a hate in disguise or personal intentions psyche about your thought process, letting your frame in your pockets or your eyesight at the end of the day. Protect your energy because nobody's serving your time. I should preach your time to the genuine ones only. Love yourself, regardless of protection every direction. Have a safe day and have a safe weekend. Here's the thought process for me. Gotta go. Night and you love, respect. Later.